Now that we know how to make triads through all of the major keys, we've really expanded our universe of chords. Take a look at this. We started with the key of C major, and we added 7 sharp keys and 7 flat keys to bring us to a total of 15 major keys. In each of those 15 keys, we can build 7 triads. The 1 chord, the 2 chord, the 3 chord, the 4 chord, the 5 chord, the 6 chord, and the 7 chord. So if you multiply 7 chords times 15 keys, that gives us a grand total of 105 chords. That's a pretty intimidating number, but it may not be quite as bad as it seems at first. Consider this. We only have 12 possible major triads that we can create. We only have 12 possible minor triads that we can create. And we only have 12 possible diminished triads that we can create. That gives us a grand total of 36 possible unique triads. That means that there's going to be a lot of overlap in chords between different scales. And that's what I want to take a look at in the next couple of videos. So on the right side of the page here, I've written 4 different scales. So in the first staff, I've written a C major scale. In the second staff, I've written an F major scale. In the third staff, I've written a B flat major scale. And on the fourth staff, I've written an E flat major scale. Then on the left, I've written out all the triads that we can make in each of those scales. So the 7 triads from the C major scale, the 7 triads from the F major scale, the 7 triads from the B flat major scale, and the 7 triads from the E flat major scale. Now we know from our previous videos that every major scale shares at least some notes with every other major scale. And I want to take a look at the first 2 scales I've written here, the C major scale and the F major scale, to see what notes they share. And we're going to go note by note here. So C major starts with C. So let's see, is there a C in the F major scale? Yes, there is. Is there a D in the F major scale? Yes, there is. Is there an E? Yes, there is. Is there an F? Yes, there is. Is there a G? There is a G. Is there an A? Yes, there is an A. And is there a B? Well, no, that's the one place where we have a difference. The key of C major has a B natural. The key of F major has a B flat. Nonetheless, we do have 6 out of 7 scale degrees, or 6 out of 7 notes that are exactly the same. The C, the D, the E, the F, the G, the A. All 6 of those notes are shared between the key of C and the key of F. So there's a lot of overlap between the notes of those 2 scales. So it would only make sense that there was going to be at least some overlap between the triads that we make in those 2 scales. And let's just, through trial and error, see if we can figure out what that overlap looks like. So we start in C major with the 1 chord, which is a C major chord. Is there a C major chord in the key of F? And yes, there is, right here. C major happens to be the 5 chord in the key of F. So that we have repeated. The 2 chord in the key of C is a D minor chord. Do we have a D minor chord in the key of F? Yes, we do. And in the key of F, D minor is the 6 chord. All right. The 3 chord in the key of C is an E minor chord. Do we have an E minor chord in the key of F? Well, we have a chord that's close. We have the 7 chord in the key of F is an E diminished chord, but it's not quite close enough. It's not quite a minor chord. So that chord isn't the same. The 4 chord in the key of C is an F major chord. Do we have an F major chord in the key of F? Yes, we do. It's actually the 1 chord right down here. The 5 chord in the key of C is G major. Do we have a G major in the key of F? No, we have a G minor in the key of F, so that does not work. The 6 chord in the key of C is an A minor chord. Do we have an A minor in the key of F? Yes, we do. The 3 chord in the key of F is an A minor chord. So look at this. These two keys, C major and F major, share 3 chords. They share a C major chord. They share an F major chord. I'm sorry, they share 4 chords. They share a D minor chord. And they share an A minor chord. So there's a lot of sharing of chords between these 2 keys. In the next video, we'll start to look at some keys that are a little bit further away and see how that affects the number of chords that are shared.